their ranking at the moment.
Right.
For them, so keep that ranking up, they should be good. I think
Hello and good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Eugene, Oregon and Willamette High School as we get ready for today's action between the Roseburg Indians and the Willamette Wolverines. Joey Kieran here with you today on what has been a mixture of about every bit of weather we can expect as we get ready for first pitch between the Indians and the Wolverines. Happy to have you with us here on this Tuesday afternoon here on 1490 The Score and streaming with video online at 541radio.com. The Roseburg Indians come in winners in their last two games, looking to try and finish out the regular season strong and secure a home playoff game coming up in the 6A OSAA State Championship playoffs that'll begin in a couple of weeks. As for Willamette, it's been a tough season for the Wolverines under first-year head coach Brian Vogel, and they are looking to try and finish out their season with a couple of positive notes, as right now they sit at the bottom of the Southwest Conference standings. But it's the final week of the regular season, everybody looking to finish out strong, so we are in for a couple of good games throughout the day, throughout the week, including today's here from Willamette High School. We've been dealing with plenty of weather. When we got here, it was just starting to sprinkle, and then the rains came on quick, had us wondering whether or not today's game would in fact get played here at Willamette High School. But things have settled down, and in fact right now I'm starting to think it might be time to go grab my sunglasses from the car as the sun has started to find its way back through the clouds, and it's getting quite bright out here as we look forward to today's ball game. Roseburg and Willamette coming up at about 4:30, so we'll see how this one ends up playing out for us here today. You're tuning in right now for the Dr. Kobernick Family Dental pregame show. We appreciate you being a part of today's broadcast. Dr. Kobernick Family Dental, they go out of their way to make your experience warm, comfortable, and friendly. Call Dr. Kobernick today at 673-6525 or stop by at 1600 Northwest Hewwood in Roseburg. Coming up during the pregame show, we'll get a chance to catch up with head coach Troy Thompson, as we usually do. Talk to him and get the latest on the Roseburg Indians. Since we last talked, the team has clinched a postseason berth. We'll talk to him about that and plenty more as we get ready to bring you our Fisher's Hearth and Home pregame coaches interview. That's coming up next as we make our way through to first pitch on the Dr. Kobernick Family Dental pregame show. Back after this 2-minute break on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
So I heard Kelly takes a different one home every night.
Yeah, I heard she took 2 home last night.
I even heard she likes the small ones.
No wonder she's in such good shape.
At Pita Pit, with so many healthy options full of lean grilled meats and fresh veggies, and even small pitas for smaller appetites, you can have our pitas any way you want. And we won't judge. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Back with more of our Dr. Komenik Family Dental pregame show here on CBS Sports Radio and 1490 The Score. As we also have the video streaming there online at 541radio.com. It's time now for our pregame coaches interview, brought to you by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Get a chance to catch up with head coach Troy Thompson here. And coach, final week of the regular season for you guys here in conference. Start out with Willamette, finish it out with North Medford, both on the road there. But you guys are coming off of a nice one, doubleheader sweep against Sheldon last weekend. A very nice day at the ballpark for the Roseburg Indians. How'd you guys come away feeling from that one?
Well, exactly right. It was a good win last Saturday. Didn't matter who we were playing. The fact that it was Sheldon made it that much better. Kids came out and played well game one to get that 10-run ball game there. Swung the bats pretty well. Were aggressive at the plate. And then game two, having some adversity and having to come back from being down early, showed a lot of heart by our kids and staying after the game. And they did a good job of catching them there at the end. So, like you said, a couple good wins, and we'll certainly take them and move on to Willamette here today.
The option for Garrett Russell to steal home, that is a new one. I don't think I've ever seen that in a Roseburg Indians baseball game. Did he talk you into that one, or was it one you told him to go ahead and do it if you felt like it?
No, that was one we had talked about, and with their pitcher in the windup, and we thought we had him timed and was slow to the plate in our opinion, so we thought we could take a chance at that point in time. It just didn't quite work out for us. Obviously, we thought we were going to be safe, and that's why we do those things. We're trying to be aggressive and score that tying run at that point, but as it worked out, it didn't work out for us in the sixth inning there. But fortunately for us, in the seventh, kids came back, got back on base, and got a couple big base hits to drive in those runs to win the game.
The team did a nice job in that second game, like you mentioned, coming through with the hits in those timely manners and finding a way to put the bat on the ball in those critical spots. Is that something that can kind of be contagious, keeps kind of building as guys start to get those timely hits and those big moments, and they just seem to maybe happen a little bit more often as you continue getting those spots?
Well, I'd like to think it does, but I'm not sure. We spent a lot of time on that in our practice time, situational hitting with runners on and counts and all those things. So it was nice for us to come through in a few of those spots on Saturday. And with all the practice time we spent on that, it was good to see them come up with some big base hits when we needed them. And hopefully that can once again carry through here during this week.
You guys, it looks like, according to the math, have wrapped up a Southwest Conference playoff spot, one of the top 4 spots there for you guys. Does that take any pressure off down the stretch here for you guys in these final week?
I don't think so. We don't talk about, the playoff stuff or rankings or any of that stuff very often or at all. As a program, as a group, we're more concerned about what's going on today. And whether it's practice or whether it's a game like we have today, we're mostly concerned about that and hope we can come out and play well during that time. But yeah, that's a credit to the kids to have a playoff spot wrapped up here with a week left. That's great. That's kind of what you play for, is that opportunity in the postseason, and these guys have certainly earned that right to do that. But that's not going to help us today or Saturday down at North Medford. Obviously, we're worried about today and concerned about how we're going to play today. So the playoffs will happen when they happen, and that's weeks away. So we're happy to be here today and happy to have another chance to play, be it a league opponent or not. We're just excited about the chance to get back on the field.
All right, we'll wrap it up there with head coach Troy Thompson as the Roseburg Indians get ready for their game today against the Willamette Wolverines. We'll have more of your Dr. Kobernick Family Dental pregame show here after this. That has been your Fisher's Hearth and Home pregame coaches interview on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
This is for the person stuck in the office. The 9-to-5er. The person who eats, sleeps, and drinks the outdoors. During business hours, you play the part. And in the mountains, you're home. But on the water, you go with the flow. This is for the angler, the hiker, the hunter, the adventurer, and you. Shop one of over 80 locations.
Oh, yeah. That's the
And we welcome you back here to Willamette High School, where the Roseburg Indians get ready for today's contest against the Wolverines. For those that might be watching online there at 541radio.com and on other venues as well. Hopefully the audio a little bit better there. Caught the fact that it was a little scratchy. We kind of got the best vantage point that we can get from back behind home and get you as much of the field as we can. Interesting point of view, but it's always been kind of a fun one here from Willamette High School. Getting ready to go for first pitch. This will wrap up the Dr. Kobernick Family Dental pregame show. They go out of their way to make your experience warm, comfortable, and friendly. Call Dr. Kobernick today at 673-6525 or stop by at 1600 Northwest Hewwood in Roseburg. We'll get you your Supercuts starting lineups here during the first inning as the Roseburg Indians will step up to bat first. Indians wearing their road black uniforms, home whites for Willamette. Garrett Russell will lead things off playing in center field, followed by Caden Johnson, the second baseman. Jonathan Stone, the first baseman, hits third, followed by the DH Brody Black. Zach Mandera will play at third base and hit fifth, followed by the shortstop Cody Johnson hitting in the sixth spot. Dorian Gillespie will play in right field here in today's ball game. And he'll bat in the seventh spot. Terrell Jacks will catch, hitting eighth. And Jet Black will be the nine hitter for the Indians today. And he's getting the start on the mound for the Roseburg Indians when the bottom of the first rolls around. At the plate, first pitch to Russell. He'll pull at third base side. Picked up there, throw across the diamond for out number one. And we are underway in today's ball game. On the mound for the Willamette Wolverines is Tyler Moffitt, who will get the first out there on the first pitch of the ball game. One away, and Caden Johnson will stand in. We'll run around the diamond defensively for Willamette here in just a moment. Johnson stands in. First pitch from Moffitt. He'll put it on the ground towards first. Bobbled a bit. Flip to the bag is in time to get Caden Johnson. And the Indians have seen all of two pitches so far here in this first inning, and it has led to a pair of outs for the Wolverines. Again, we ran through your Supercut starting lineups. Looking around the diamond defensively for Willamette as Jonathan Stone stands in. Back behind the plate is Dane Woodcook. Out at first base, Colby Bro. Andrew Hefner at second. Peyton Bracey is at short. And Chandler Woods is at third as the first pitch in for a called strike against Jonathan Stone. In the outfield from left to right, Jarrett Allen, Griffin Lavasser, and Joey Barr as the pitch misses inside to even up the count 1-1 for Stone. That is your look around the diamond, brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. 1-1 pitch to Stone. He'll take it. Bottom into the strike zone, called for a strike on the outside corner. Takes it to a 1-2 count, two away for the Roseburg three-hitter. Stone comes into today's contest hitting .481. The 1-2 will move it to 2-2 as the breaking ball ends up low against Stone. He has by far been the top hitter for the Roseburg Indians this season. Currently has a 12-game hitting streak. He stands in. The 2-2 delivery from Moffitt, breaking ball. Got underneath this one, lifts it out to center field. Coming in a bit is Lavasser, and he's underneath it for out number three. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Tyler Moffitt as he leads things off against the Roseburg Indians in the top of the first. A perfect inning for him there. And we'll head to the bottom of the first inning with the Wolverines looking to take the early lead. 0-0 ball game after a half inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
So I heard Kelly takes a different one home every night.
Yeah, I heard she took two home last night.
I even heard she likes the small ones.
No wonder she's in such good shape.
At Pita Pit, with so many healthy options full of lean grilled meats and fresh veggies, and even small pitas for smaller appetites, you can have our pitas any way you want. And we won't judge. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Bottom of the first inning from Willamette High School, 0-0 ball game after Roseburg's first at-bats. Taking a look at your Supercut starting lineups for the Willamette Wolverines, led by head coach Brian Vogel in his first year. Leading things off is the center fielder Griffin Lavasser, followed by the first baseman Colby Bro. The second baseman Andrew Hefner bats third, and the shortstop Peyton Bracey will hit in the cleanup spot. Joey Barr is the right fielder, batting fifth, followed by Dane Woodcook, the catcher. Jared Allen plays in left field, hits seventh. The third baseman Chandler Woods batting eighth, and Tyler Moffitt, the pitcher, will bat ninth. The Wolverines today will face Jet Black, who gets the start today, works his way into the rotation for the Indians. Jet comes in with a 1-1 record with one save as the first pitch, a bunt third base side picked up by Zach Mandera, but he's got no time to make a throw across the diamond, and it's a leadoff single for Griffin Lavasser. Gets him on base, and the Roseburg Indians give up a hit on the first pitch of the game. Everybody going after that first pitch here so far. Mandera came charging in to get it on the infield grass. Jet was falling away to the first base side. He was out of position, and no one could make the play. Squaring to bunt now is Bro. He'll put it down first base side. Blatt picks it up. He'll throw to first. The sacrifice bunt will get the runner up to second base for the Wolverines, and quickly they've got a man in scoring position with one away here in the first inning. Wasting no time, they've put down back-to-back bunts here in the first. And we'll run through the defense for the Roseburg Indians here today as we get the look around the diamond, brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union. Jet Black on the mound, just 4 1/3 innings work so far this season. He's made 3 appearances, but this is his first start of the year, a 4.84 ERA. First pitch now to Hefner. Andrew Hefner lines out softly to short on the first pitch. Everybody going after that first one. So far, just 3 pitches in the ball game for Jet, and he's now got his second out. One more out away from getting out of a runner in scoring position in the first inning. Peyton Bracey will bat next for Willamette. Bracey did not play the last time the two teams met down in Roseburg. He was out injured. He is one of their all-conference returners. A swing and a miss on the first pitch he sees for strike one. Peyton Bracey, a first-team All-Southwest Conference selection last year. Griffin Lavasser was an honorable mention selection last year. The only 2 all-conference returners for Willamette. 0-1 pitch for Bracey, goes opposite field in the air out to Doran Gillespie near the line. He'll make the catch for the final out. We'll get you a look around the diamond when we come back in the second inning, as the Roseburg Indians work pretty quick there, as it did not take a lot of pitches to get out of the first inning. Both teams going after the pitches early on, and that so far has not resulted in any runs. 0-0 ball game after no runs on 1 hit for the Wolverines. No errors and 1 man left on base. We go to the second inning. It's a scoreless ball game on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Second inning action for you here. Roseburg Indians baseball brought to you by Clint Newell Auto Groups. 0-0 ball game. Brody Black, the DH, will lead things off for the Indians in the second. First pitch swinging, ropes it to left field, but foul down that left field line for strike one. I am not in any sort of great position to be able to tell fair or foul. Would be in best position to tell you fair or foul down the right field side. but it's tough to see the chalk line from where we sit. Left field, I got no chance. 0-1 for Brody. He takes for a strike on a breaking ball, gives him a 0-2 count. Leading things off for the Indians, Brody this season batting .267, been bringing the average up over the last couple of weeks. The 0-2, a swing and a miss, goes after a breaking ball for strike 3, and he is out number 1 here in the second inning. That is a Good Vibration strikeout for Tyler Moffitt. Good Vibration solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. 1 down as we go to Zach Mandera, today's third baseman for the Indians. First pitch to him off speed inside for ball 1. Zach's coming into today, .241 hitter. Looking to get into a hot streak as he gets ready for the postseason. Out of the windup, the 1-0. That one roped to left field, going back towards the wall. This one off the base of the wall and foul. Had some fans in my way there. Didn't get a good look at it, but back to the plate will go Zach Mandera. Roped that one well down that left field line off the wall, and it goes foul. That'll even up his count at 1-1. Roseburg looking for a third straight win after sweeping Sheldon last Saturday. The sweep there helping Roseburg clinch a playoff berth this season. They will finish top 3 in the conference. Actually, top 4, I should say, is a pitch just low for ball 2. 2-1 count now for Mandera. Stands in as Moffitt takes his time on the mound. Now out of the windup, he'll fire in. Zach gets on this one. It's in the air towards right field. Probably going to have a chance to drop, and it's just in foul territory. Just kept curving a little bit there, and it finally finds its way to fall in foul territory just down that right field side. And that'll be strike 2 for Mandera, who has hit a couple that look like they could possibly have been hits. And they end up falling in, unfortunately, for foul balls. So we'll have a 2-2 count. 1 out so far in the top of the second inning and a scoreless ball game. Nobody on base as fans continue to trickle in this afternoon. The pitch, Mandera in the air, foul territory again. That one's going to get over the fence and out of play. And so it'll stay a 2-2 count for Mandera. Pitch coming up. Zach back in. Off speed, got him reaching. That one in the air, foul territory again, and it will get out of play. And it'll stay a 2-2 count. Long at bat here for Zach. Everybody else has been getting things done early on, whether it's an out or whether it is a guy getting on base. Boy, it has been quick work so far for the pitchers until Zach Mandera comes up, and he is now, let's see, fouled off strike 1, strike 2. He's fouled off 2 more, so that's 4 strikes and 2 balls, so 6 pitches so far. As I do the math, he puts another one in the air, continue to get out in front, gets underneath this one. Hefner at second base will make the catch, and there's 2 away. Mandera just couldn't quite square anything up there. He kept getting just a bit underneath it. Every other time he had been in foul territory. The first couple of pitches, or actually the first pitch he hit was well struck, but it ended up foul. Now Cody Johnson in at the plate, swinging at the first pitch. He'll put one high in the air. Lavasser calling for it in center field, and he'll make the catch coming in to get it. Another 1-2-3 inning for the Roseburg Indians at the plate, and we'll head back out defensively. Scoreless ball game as Willamette comes up to hit next with their 5, 6, 7 hitters when we come back after this 60-second break on 1490 The Score.
This is for the person stuck in the office. The 9-to-5er. The person who eats, sleeps, and drinks outdoors. During business hours, you play the part. And in the mountains, you're home. But on the water, you go with the flow. This is for the angler, the hiker, the hunter, the adventurer in you. Shop one of over 80 locations.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Bottom of the second inning, scoreless ball game. Jet Black out on the mound. He had a very Zach Mandera look to him there as he winds and fires in. He gets a foul ball for Joey Barr, who leads things off for the Willamette Wolverines. Jet Black getting the start today, his first of the season for the Roseburg Indians. It looks like Jay Stoffel still dealing with a little bit of injury after getting dinged up in batting practice. Barr will put it to first base, caught in between hop at first for Jonathan Stone. It rolls out into shallow right field, but able to stay just on at first. Joey Barr will get on with the error there at first. Hard hit ball just caught in between for Jonathan Stone. He's been pretty sure-handed usually at first. He went down to both knees and did not field that one cleanly. Leadoff man on for a second straight inning for Willamette in a 0-0 ball game. Up to hit next will be Dane Woodcook. Jet Black will check first before coming set. He pitches in, and the pitch is outside for ball one. A 1-0 count. Jet will throw over to first. Barr back in safely. Let's take some time to look around the diamond. Brought to you by Cascade Community Credit Union. The defensive starters for Roseburg. Behind the plate, Terrell Jacks catching for Black today. Jonathan Stone at first. Caden Johnson at second. And Cody Johnson at short. Zach Mandera at third. Get to the outfield after this pitch. A breaking ball. This one hit to left field. It's Mason Littlefield getting the start out there in left, and this time he'll make the catch just up against the fence. Sends it back in and holds the runner to first. A well-struck ball by Dane Woodcook, but a nice play out there by Mason Littlefield in left to make the grab. One away. And the Indians now will look to try and get out of the inning, maybe get a double play ball here to get the final out. So the outfield, as we finish our look around the diamond, it's Mason Littlefield getting the start in left today with Jay Stoffel out and Jet Black taking over on the mound. They lost an outfielder there, so Littlefield gets a start in left. Garrett Russell in center, and Doran Gillespie moves from left field to right field, where he usually starts out in left. He's getting the timeout in right field. Throw over to first base, back in safely goes Barr. One down, man on at first in this scoreless ball game. First pitch coming up here for Jarrett Allen. He puts it in the air, foul territory, first base side. Stone racing for it, so is Terrell, and he can't quite locate it. It was playable, but I think navigating the on-deck circle, the home dugout down the first base side, and the fencing over there, Terrell unable to find that one. And it falls for a foul ball for strike one against Jarrett Allen. Allen, the left fielder, right-handed batter. So far, they've all been right-handed for Willamette. Jet Black will check first as he gets ready for the 0-1 pitch. Throw in. Outside, it was a pitch out for Roseburg. Runner was not going. A 1-1 count now for Allen. They were expecting maybe the runner to take off there from first, Joey Barr, who reached on an error to lead off the inning. Barr will take his lead out there, not an aggressive lead. He's running now, square to bunt, first base side. It's picked up by Jet, and he slips on the infield grass and can't make a play. And it'll be an infield single on the bunt for Jarrett Allen. That is their second bunt single of the game for the Wolverines, and just tough luck there for Jet. Slips on his cleats, just not grabbing on the infield turf down that first base side. And he slips and ends up on his rear end. 2 men on with 1 away for Willamette. Up to hit was Chandler Woods. First pitch swinging. It's a line drive. Goes off the top of the glove for second baseman Caden Johnson. Garrett Russell will get it in the outfield. He throws in. No play at the plate, and Willamette will take the early lead. Almost got to it. Caden Johnson cannot make the play at second. Jumped up and almost, I think that did hit off the end of his leather, and it careens out into right center field. Ends up being a long single for Woods. Up to second base goes Allen, and scoring was Joey Barr from second. It's a 1-0 lead for Willamette here in the second inning. First pitch fouled away for the 9-hitter Tyler Moffitt, who is the pitcher. 1-0 our score, 1 out, still 2 on. Out at second base, Jared Allen. At first is Chandler Woods. Pitch, ground ball towards second. Got a chance for 2. Get it to Johnson. Throw over to first. No. Didn't get the double play. The runner beating it out. Throw might have been a little bit off the mark for Jonathan Stone, but it looked like the runner beat that one out. That'll be a fielder's choice for Tyler Moffitt to get himself on base. Out at second was Woods. 4-6 to put out there. 2 away. Up to third base goes Allen. Runners on the corners with 2 down. 1-0 lead so far for Willamette. Runner was going. No throw from Terrell. And in safely will go Moffitt. First pitch missed low for ball 1, a 1-0 count. A 1-0 pitch coming up. Jet delivers, ground ball from Griffin Lavasser to shortstop. Cody Johnson, throw to first for the final out. 1 run will come in for Willamette. They take the early lead, 1-0 against the Willamette Wolverines. We head to the third inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.
Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. You know what I like. That's right. Give me some of that.
Sir, you're creeping out everyone else in line.
Sorry. I mean, could I get onions on that?
With all the lean meats, fresh veggies, and tasty toppings to choose from at Pita Pit, eating healthy is something to get excited about. Just not too excited. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
It's been a quick start to today's ball game. We begin the top of the third inning. It's brought to you by Travel Leaders Flyaway Travel. Find them at their new location, right next door to their old building. They're at 1445 West Harvard Avenue. Leading things off for Roseburg, it'll be Doran Gillespie, the 7-hitter, standing in. He swings at the first pitch, rockets one out towards right center on the run. Lavasser can't get to it. It's off the wall in deep center field, and heading into second, standing up, is Doran Gillespie. Taking a cut at the first pitch he sees, which has been a trend for the Roseburg Indians today. And he sends it out to right center off the wall out there. Gillespie standing at second to lead things off as the Indians trail 1-0 as we start this third inning. For Gillespie, he came in today hitting .281. That'll be his 4th double of the year. He's in scoring position with nobody out. First pitch high and inside to Terrell Jacks. Terrell comes in, looking to try and bring that batting average up some more. He just got back over the Mendoza line at 205. Back pick to second, nobody there. The shortstop had been holding on Doran at second base. That's Peyton Bracey out there, the shortstop, holding him on, but he had left the base, and that's when the pickoff move came. Ground ball, third base side, picked up by Woods. Throw to first to get Terrell. One away, but up to third base goes Gillespie, and the game-tying run 90 feet from home for the Roseburg Indians. Sac fly would do the trick now, as the 9-hitter Jet Black will step in. Jet, the pitcher today, looking to help himself out here. This will be the first inning that the Indians might send more than just the minimum 3 to the plate, as they get their first hit of the game to start out this third inning. Tyler Moffitt had been working pretty well. The Indians have been swinging at a lot of first pitches. This one hit high in the air out down the right field line. A couple of defenders racing for it. Nobody will get there in time, and it'll fall for strike one. That is a foul ball down the right field side. Chasing it down, Joey Barr almost got to it. He laid out. First baseman Colby Bro also there to make an attempt, but neither able to get there in time. Got the JV game going on behind us. We'll keep an eye on that. Sometimes it's not a lot of space here, so at Willamette High School, so balls well struck on that side. Could find their way to my backside here. I'm not looking that direction. 0-1 pitch coming up for the 9-hitter Jet Black. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. And he's got an 0-2 count. The Indians have been very aggressive so far today at the plate, swinging at a lot of pitches. And the Indians have gotten into some trouble swinging at early pitches in the at-bat. Jet will foul one off down the right side to stay alive with the 0-2 count. At third base is Doran Gillespie, who reached on a double to start off this third inning. Moved over on the ground out by Terrell Jacks. Just one away so far. Needs something out of the infield here. The infield is playing in on the grass. Jet will swing at a pitch in the dirt. Throw down to first. Will get him there. Staying at third base is Doran. And that is a second strikeout of the game for Tyler Moffitt. Big one for him, too, as he gets the second out. And now the Indians will need to do some damage by either getting a base knock, an error possibly, maybe a pass ball. Garrett Russell stands in for a second time today. First pitch for Garrett, breaking ball, it's low. And it'll be a 1-0 count now with 2 away, and a 1-0 count now. 2 away and a man on at third. A 1-0 pitch. Garrett will take inside for a 2-0 count. Garrett with the first pitch of the at-bat, or the first pitch of the game, grounded out to third baseman Chandler Woods. He's got the 2-0 count now, and he'll take in the dirt. Gillespie stays put as the ball got away in the dirt, and it'll move to a 3-0 count now for Russell. Roseburg looking to tie this one up, trailing 1-0 against Willamette in the top of the third inning. Moffitt delivers the 3-0, and it misses high for ball 4. The Indians will get runners on the corners. Down to first base for Russell. Caden Johnson stands in next. First walk of the ball game. For Garrett this season, that's his 12th on the year. That puts him in the team lead, tied with Doran, who's at third base. First and third for Roseburg, 2 away. Here from Eugene, where it's 60 degrees here in the third inning. Cloudy overhead. It's a fastball called for strike one against Caden. Cloudy overhead, but thankfully the rains have subsided, hoping to stay precipitation free until about 9 o'clock tonight here in Eugene. Out in West Eugene in the Bethel district. Look to third, throw to first. Didn't get him over at first base. Back in safely goes Russell. Close play over there. It's a nice hard throw by Moffitt to the bag, but doesn't get the tag down in time First baseman Colby Bro will deliver it back to the mound. At the plate, it's an 0-1 count here against Caden Johnson, who grounded out to first base in his first at-bat. Runner going, pitch in the dirt. They're going to let Garrett get into second base, no throw. He evens up the count at 1-1 for Caden. Garrett, the team leader in stolen bases, gets up 90 feet. 1-1 pitch. Swung on. That one hit towards the alley out in left center. Diving for it. Lavasser can't make the play. 1 run in. The Indians tie the game. Russell will score, and up to second goes Johnson. The Indians will take the lead on the single by Johnson. He takes second on the throw, but he drives in 2, and he gives Roseburg the early edge here, 2-1, with 2 outs in the top of the third. 2 RBI single with 2 away. Russell getting into scoring position with the steal. Makes it an easy score for him, and Roseburg in front 2-1. Jonathan Stone will stand in next. First pitch misses low for Jonathan. One-0 count here for Stone. Stone looking to extend a 12-game hit streak as a look back to second base. Johnson back in without a throw. Stone has hit safely in 12 straight games. He has gotten a hit in every game except for 2 this season for the Roseburg Indians. Pitch misses again, gives him a 2-0 count. Tyler Moffitt laboring through this third inning a little bit. 6th hitter to the plate for Roseburg. Prior to this, they had only sent 6 hitters to the plate in the first 2 innings. As a pitch misses low, and we go to a 3-0 count against Roseburg's 3-hitter. Looking to continue the 2-out rally. Moffitt working out of the stretch, arm dangling. He'll fire in now, and the 3-0 is taken for strike 1. Final week of the regular season in the Southwest Conference. Single game today for Roseburg. Doubleheader coming up on Saturday. That's the final day. As a throwback to second, Johnson back in safely. Final day of the regular season for everybody in the Southwest Conference. They'll wrap it up there. It's also the final day. The rankings will freeze on Saturday night, and then we'll start to have an idea what the playoff picture might start looking like. Roseburg has clinched a berth. 3-1 here for Stone, and he swings through an off-speed pitch high. He actually gets a foul ball into the glove, tips it just a bit there. Full count for him now with 2 down and a man in scoring position at second. Stone will stand back in, trying to get his first hit. He flew out to center field back in the first. Gets underneath this one, lofts it out towards left field. It's a short fence out there, and this one's going to clear it all. It didn't look like he got much of that one, but he got it way up in the air, and it's a short porch, only 300 down the left field side, and Stone will golf his second home run of the season over the left field fence. They've all come here in Eugene. He must love the air here in the Willamette Valley. A home run with 2 outs for Jonathan Stone. He clears the bases, and the Indians suddenly on top 4-1 over the Willamette Wolverines. It did not look like he got a lot of that one, but it clears the fence. Short porch, I mentioned again, out in left field. Brody Black will stand in. Base is empty, 2 away, and the first pitch to him's inside for ball 1. Well, that one got out quickly, but it was a rainbow shot. As the ball gets through the legs of the catcher all the way to the backstop, evens it up at takes it to a 2-0 count for Brody. Just 300 down the line as a visit out to the mound now for the Willamette coaching staff. 300 down the line. It is deep to dead center. But as you get down the right field line again, it closes in at only 310 down the right field side. So short porch here to try and get out of. I haven't seen too many, despite the fact that it is a short porch, haven't seen too many balls hit out here in our time coming to Willamette High School. It's a rather tall fence. Nobody's going to be robbing anything out there, and you got to get it up to get it out. And that's exactly what Jonathan Stone did with a moonshot over that left field fence. 2-0 count at the plate for Brody Black. Speaking about our time coming here to Willamette High School, this will be the last game in conference played between Roseburg and Willamette, as the Wolverines will drop to 5A coming up next season. So the Wolverines, this will be the last meeting between these two teams when it is, in fact, a conference game. I would not be surprised if the two teams meet in a non-conference matchup at some point, but no more conference meetings between these two squads. 2-0 pitch is high and inside for Brody Black, and he'll have a 3-0 count. Roseburg leading 4-1 after a 2-out single by Caden Johnson scored 2, and a 2-run homer by Jonathan Stone. Pitch low for ball 4, and the runner back on the bases for the Roseburg Indians with 2 away. Second walk issued by Moffitt here in the third inning. He sure did look sharp to start out this game. Got 6 straight outs. But a double given up to Doran Gillespie to start out the third inning, and he's been rattled here in the third, allowing Roseburg to take a big lead. First pitch, a breaking ball, does not cut much, stays up, and it's a 1-0 count against Zach Mandera. He is the 8th hitter to the plate for the Indians here in the third. Mandera had a battle his first time up, but ended up popping out to second base. He'll take high, and it's for a strike 1. Strike zone grew a little bit there. Top end up near the lettering for a called strike. 1-1 count against Mandera. Stands back in. 2 out with Black on at first. That's Brody. Pitch is high, and it goes to a 2-1 count. Zach this season, mentioned a .241 hitter. He's got 8 RBI. Doesn't have a man in scoring position here, so not likely to pick one up as he hits one towards third. One hop. The throw across the diamond from Woods will get Mandera to wrap up the inning. But the Indians strike, and they strike big. 4-1 our score. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
So I heard Kelly takes a different one home every night.
Yeah, I heard she took 2 home last night.
I even heard she likes the small ones.
No wonder she's in such good shape.
At Pita Pit, with so many healthy options full of lean grilled meats and fresh veggies, and even small pitas for smaller appetites, you can have our pitas any way you want. And we won't judge. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Start out the bottom of the third. Jed Black now with the lead to work with after the Indians put up 4 runs in the top of the third inning. They lead 4-1 as we start the bottom of the third. First pitch, a fastball to Colby Bro. It misses outside for ball 1. 0 for 1 today for, 0 for 0. First at-bat of the day for Bro. Make that a second at-bat. He did have a sac bunt in the first. Fouls one off for a 1-1 count. Leading things off here in the third for the home team, the Wolverines. Breaking ball ends up outside. It goes to a 2-1 count. Roseburg getting 4 runs on 3 hits in that third inning, top of the third. The 2-1 pitch from Jet is low for a 3-1 count. Four runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. 2 walks that frame as well for Moffitt. Ball in the air. Shallow center field coming in. Garrett Russell sliding to make the catch, and he will. Perfectly timed, gets the glove down and cradles it in without letting it touch the dirt. And a beautiful play in center field by Garrett Russell for out number 1. Hard charging on a pop fly that didn't have a lot behind it. Carries to shallow center for out number 1. Andrew Hefner stands in, the second baseman, and a pitch gets away from Jet Black. It beans Hefner in the lower back, and he'll head on down to first. First hit batter of the ball game for either side. And with 1 out, they'll have a man on at first. Looking for a double play ball will be the Roseburg Indians. Jet has gotten some work out of the bullpen as a closer. This is his first start. He does have 1 save. He's got a 1-1 record overall this year. First pitch now to the 4-hitter. Peyton Bracey is outside for ball 1. Jet this season had not beaned a hitter. That is his first. Peyton Bracey stands in. He flew out to right field in the first. 0 for 1 today. Jets 1-0, grounded towards third, picked up by Banderas. Got to get it, though, across. He will. Just in time to get Bracey. Had to charge. It took a while to get to him, and he had to set and throw, but he gets it across with time. 5-3 the putout, and Joey Barr will stand in next. Up to second base went the runner. Andrew Hefner now in scoring position with 2 away. Two down, and the first pitch coming up here for Barr. He swings at a pitch high. That's out into right field. And it's Garrett Russell that's going to call for it. Gillespie right there with him, but the center fielder will make the play for out number 3. Joey Barr, who scored the only run of the game, goes down as out number 1. The only run of the game for Willamette goes down as out number 3, I should say, here in the bottom of the third. It's 4-1 our score. Roseburg is in front of the Willamette Wolverines. Back with the 4th inning after this on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Sun starts to poke out again here at Willamette High School. It's been a day that's seen plenty of different changes in the weather, but it's pretty comfortable and nice baseball weather here at the moment. As Cody Johnson will stand in to start the 4th inning. Roseburg leading 4-1. First pitch swinging for Cody, and he fouls it away for strike 1. Indians have been aggressive, a little bit more than usual, it would seem, as they have been going after early pitches. Swinging at the first pitch almost every time up, it seems. Ground ball, third base side, gets through for Cody. And he'll find himself on with a leadoff single. So the Indians look to add to their lead here in the 4th inning. For Cody, he had a hit streak going into the doubleheader against Sheldon back on Saturday. Didn't get one in the first game, and so ended up losing his hit streak, getting another one started here. Terrell Jacks will stand in. Excuse me, this is Doran Gillespie. He was jumping ahead of one batter. Doran stands in. The first throw goes over to first instead. Gillespie stands in. He hit the double to start out the third inning. He'll take a first pitch strike on a breaking ball. Led off the third inning with a double. Came around to score the game-tying run on the base knock by Caden Johnson. Also scoring on that play was Garrett Russell, and the Indians took their first lead of the game there and added 2 more on the hit by Jonathan Stone as a throw over to first. Back in safely goes Johnson. Jonathan Stone with that 2-run homer. It's his second of the season. He's the only player with a home run this season for the Indians, but it also extends his hit streak to 13 games now. So his hit streak just keeps going. Pitch high for ball 1 now to Doran. Pretty impressive. Just a junior for Jonathan. Seeing his first significant action at the varsity level, starting every game at first base, and he has been making the Roseburg coaching staff look like geniuses having him out there. Swing and a foul tip into the glove for Doran. Pitch was up a bit there. Gives him a 1-2 count. Down at first base, you can easily hear head coach Troy Thompson down there saying, way to be aggressive. So it seems that this approach at the plate of swinging early and often seems to be part of the coaching staff's plan for today's ball game. The pitch missing high, a 2-2 count. Still at first base, Cody Johnson. Cody does not have a steal so far this season. They've thrown over a couple of times at him. Doesn't have a big lead at the moment. And they'll throw over again, and he just leans back and is back into the bag. 2-2 count right now at the plate for Doran Gillespie. Roseburg leading 4-1 here in the top of the 4th inning. Moffitt delivers to the plate, the breaking ball inside. Doran almost went after it. He held back, and he has a full count. Tyler Moffitt still throwing into his 4th inning of work, looking for the offense to help bail him out and get a few runs back. 3-2 pitch for Gillespie. Ground ball up the middle. Could be 2. Bracey will take it just to the left side of the bag from our vantage point, and he can only get 1. Took it himself to second base. Getting Cody Johnson for the first out. Gillespie will get on with a fielder's choice. 1 away. Man on at first still. Bracey just had to wait for that ground ball to get through the infield. Took it to the bag himself. He wasn't probably as close as he thought on the shortstop side of second and had no time to get Gillespie. Gillespie taking off on the first pitch to Terrell Jacks. He'll get in safely. Catcher can't hang on to the baseball. So Gillespie will get a steal there at the plate. It's 0-1 count against Terrell Jacks, who stands in 0-1 in the game. Ground ball towards short for Terrell. Up to third base goes Gillespie. Throw to first base will get Terrell. So they move the runner up 90 feet. At third base, Doran Gillespie, and Jet Black will try to bring him in. Give the Indians a little bit more of a lead here in the 4th inning. First pitch here for Jet. It's in the dirt. It bounces away. Breaking for home. Gillespie will score standing up, and the Indians do extend their lead, now 5-1. So the Indians will have the bases empty. Wild pitch. They're scoring Gillespie. The 1-0 for Jet gets jammed, puts it high in the air to left field. Coming in is Allen, and he'll make the catch on the run. That'll finish things off in the 4th inning. The Indians add 1 more as they head to the bottom of the 4th, leading 5-1. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This is for the person stuck in the office. The 9-to-5er. The person who eats, sleeps, and drinks outdoors. During business hours, you play the part. And in the mountains, you're home. But on the water, you go with the flow. This is for the angler, the hiker, the hunter, the adventurer in you. Shop one of over 80 locations.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
Bottom of the fourth inning. Taking a look at our Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update for the Roseburg Indians. 5 runs on 4 hits, 1 error. For Willamette, it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors. Leading things off for the Wolverines here in the fourth inning is Dane Woodcook, who fouls off the first pitch from Jet Black. Garrettson Building Supply offering a wide range of high-quality lumber, plywood, and building-related materials. Garrettson Building Supply supporting our Douglas County community for over 90 years. Count evens up at 1-1 as the pitch misses for Jet, who's into his 4th inning of work. Looking around the rest of the Southwest Conference today. There's a ball in the air for Woodcook. Out to right field. Gillespie settles underneath it and reaches up for out number 1. Woodcook now 2 flyouts, 0 for 2 today. With 1 out, up next, Jared Allen, the left fielder, will stand in. He is 1 for 1 at a bunt single in the second. That was the bunt that that Jet Black came off the mound to try and field, slipped on the infield turf and couldn't make a play. First pitch, ground ball right side to second base. Caden Johnson will come in and make the play. And there's quickly 2 away. Wasting no time. Jared Allen swinging at the first pitch. Out at first on the 4-3 putout. 2 down, and Chandler Woods will hit next. He's 1 for 1 in the game. Had the line drive single over the top of second baseman Caden Johnson back in the second. And that drove in a run to put Willamette in front 1-0 at the time. Takes the first pitch. Looked like an off-speed, maybe a bit of a slider there, breaking away from the hitter for a called strike at the bottom end of the strike zone. 0-1 count. Jet fires in. It's fouled away for strike 2. So elsewhere around the Southwest Conference today, North Medford's at South Medford, and Grants passes at South Eugene. For the standings, Southwest Conference standings, if Roseburg wins today and if South Eugene loses, the Indians would secure a second-place finish in the conference. As a swing and a miss will finish things up here in the 4th inning, and the Roseburg Indians will finish it out. It's the first Good Vibrations strikeout for Jet Black today, and he finishes off a 1-2-3 inning and keeps the Indians in front. 5-1 our score as we head to the top of the 5th inning when we return on CBS Sports Radio, 1490, The Score.
Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. You know what I like. That's right. Give me some of that.
Sir, you're creeping out everyone else in line.
Sorry. I mean, could I get onions on that?
With all the lean meats, fresh veggies, and tasty toppings to choose from at Pita Pit, eating healthy is something to get excited about. Just not too excited. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Well, we've had our first Shelby and Migulena construction called to the pen as Andrew Hefner will take over on the mound for the Willamette Wolverines. Tyler Moffitt comes out of the game. And in for him is going to be number 10, Gwynn. Look up his first name here for you. Just have the J. Need the full name there. John Gwynn standing in at third base now as they make the defensive changes. Tyler Moffitt goes 4 innings worked. Andrew Hefner takes over on the mound, and Hefner's first pitch against leadoff man Garrett Russell was a strike. Russell now chops one to third. Up with it. First play of the game for Gwynn at third base, and he'll make the throw across the diamond for out number 1. Saw a couple of pitches there. Garrett doesn't have a too lengthy of an at-bat. Thrown out at first, 1 down. So we'll get you numbers here on Tyler Moffitt from today's ball game. First pitch, a breaking ball for a called strike against Caden Johnson. 1 down, nobody on base for the 2-hitter. The 0-1 is high and inside for a 1-1 count. Looking around the diamond with the rest of the defensive changes, so Hefner moves from second to the mound. John Gwynn comes in for Tyler Moffitt. He takes over at third. Third baseman Chandler Woods moves to second. Ball in the air out towards center field. Lavasser underneath it, and Johnson will fly out for out number 2 as the Indians try to figure out Andrew Hefner here in the 5th inning. Top of the 5th, a 5-1 lead in favor of the Roseburg Indians. 2 down. The call to the pen brought to you by Shelby and Migulena Construction, your local leaders for any project, big or small. 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulena or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. Hefner fired low on the first pitch for Jonathan Stone, and he misses low again for a 2-0 count. Hefner being very cautious against Stone, who hit the home run. Back in the third to clear the bases and score 2. Takes a pitch low again, and it's a 3-0 count with 2 out and nobody on base. So Moffitt goes 4 innings. Gave up 4 hits, 5 runs. Looks like all of them earned. I believe 2 walks and 2 strikeouts as a pitch misses for ball 4 against Stone, and he'll take first with 2 outs. Brody Black will stand in next. 0 for 1 in the game. Drew a walk back in the third as well. First walk issued by Andrew Hefner in his short time on the mound so far. Just 2/3 of an inning worked. Brody stands in. First look of the new pitcher. Breaking ball on the first pitch, called for a strike. Let's see here. 1, 2. Yep, just 2 walks for Moffitt, and he had the 2 strikeouts. 1-0 pitch is in the dirt. Excuse me, the 0-1 pitch was in the dirt. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike here against Brody Black. So 4 innings, 4 hits, 5 runs, 5 earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts for starting pitcher Tyler Moffitt. He's on the hook for the loss at the moment as Hefner misses high to Brody. Makes it a 2-1 count. Right now, Jet Black cruising through 4 innings. He's allowed just 3 hits and 1 unearned run. Brody gets underneath this one out to center field. Well struck going back. Lavasser, he'll square it up though, and he makes the catch. Couldn't quite get it to the alley there for Brody. Hit it well, just not quite hard enough. And that fly out will be the final out of the 5th inning. Roseburg unable to add to their lead. No runs on no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Roseburg in front, 5-1 on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
So I heard Kelly takes a different one home every night.
Yeah, I heard she took 2 home last night.
I even heard she likes the small ones.
No wonder she's in such good shape.
At Pita Pit, with so many healthy options full of lean grilled meats and fresh veggies, and even small pitas for smaller appetites, you can have our pitas any way you want. And we won't judge. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Start out the bottom of the 5th inning. Roseburg leading 5-1. First pitch fouled away for strike 1 against John Gwynn, who gets a chance to hit now. First time for him tonight as he came in the game for Tyler Moffitt in the 9 spot in the lineup. Gwynn playing at third base. Has the 0-1 count against Jet Black into his 5th inning of work. He again mentioned just giving up 3 hits so far. He misses low here for a 1-1 count now against the 9-hitter. Out of the windup for Jet. He fires in. The righty catches the inside corner on a breaking ball for a called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes as Jet looks to follow up his 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. Misses inside, got the hitter to freeze and buckle a little bit, but the breaking ball does not catch the strike zone, a 2-2 count. Fastball, strike 3 called. Got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts going back to the 4th inning for Jet. And that is another Good Vibrations strikeout solutions. For home theater and automotive audio, you can feel it at Good Vibes. That is now 6 straight hitters retired for Jet. Breaking ball low for ball 1. As we go back to the top of the lineup here, it's Griffin Lavasser hitting. Lavasser is 1 for 2 today. The pitch is bunted up in the air, and it's headed back towards us. And that's into the stands for strike 1. One pitch coming up here for Griffin. Nobody on, 1 away. Slaps that one right side. It's going to get up the middle into right center. And Lavasser's going for 2. Johnson stumbled as he was coming up with the baseball. Now he's going for 3. The throw to third on time. Lavasser gunned down at third. Had a double. He saw the stumble in the outfield by Russell, but Garrett got up quick. He's a wrestler. He knows how to get up off the mat. Fires it back in. Strong arm. Gets it in. And the relay throw goes all the way to third for the out. 2 down, nobody on, as the Indians defense picks up Jet. First pitch, high for Colby Bro, the first baseman. Bro will put it on the ground up the middle. Cody diving for it, can't get his glove on it, and it'll trickle into center field. A base knock with 2 away. So man on now with two away, 1 on at first. Ground ball towards short. Cody Johnson boots it. It goes towards second, and they're not going to be able to make the play there. Took a bit of an in-between hop and had a weird spin on it for Andrew Hefner. Unfortunately, that'll be an error on the shortstop. And a runner on here with 2 away. So runners at first and second, and now a visit out to the mound for pitching coach Richie Charles. Have a word with Jet here. So 2 on, 2 away for Willamette. A moment that they are threatening here just a bit, trying to get a 2-out rally going. If they had been able to get Griffin Lavasser on. Even if he had stayed at second, likely he would have had a chance to try and score this inning. Instead, tried to push it for 3 and got thrown out at third base. Hefner on at first, Bro at second. Hefner's now the pitcher. They could use a courtesy runner, and they do. Black on the mound, first pitch now to Peyton Bracey, who's one of the bigger hitters in this lineup. Takes the first pitch for a called strike. Bracey did not play against Roseburg the first meeting between the two teams. Stands in with the 0-1 count, swings and fouls it back for strike 2. Out at first base running is Austin Cavacci, courtesy runner for the pitcher. 0-2 count at the plate right now for Peyton Bracey, the cleanup hitter with 2 on and 2 away. The 0-2, he gets him to swing and miss. Big punch out for Jet as he gets his 3rd of the game, and he gets the Indians out of what could have been a bit of a threat there for the Wolverines. No runs on 2 hits. There was 1 Roseburg error and 2 men left on base. We head to the top of the 6th inning. Roseburg in front, 5-1 on CBS Sports Radio, 1490. The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Douglas County is your home, but no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us. Through every adventure, we'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide. Through every triumph, we'll be there every step of the way with a home mortgage. And through all life's little quirks, we'll be there with one-on-one support to get you back on the road in no time. Neighbors are there for each other, and that's exactly who we are. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
Top of the 6th inning, Roseburg in front by 4, leading the Willamette Wolverines in the final meeting between these two teams this season. 1-0 pitch coming up for Zach Mandera to lead off the inning. Hits it to third, short hopped, picked up, and a fire across the diamond. Able to make the put out is third baseman John Gwynn. Across the diamond to Colby Bro. And 1 away for Zach Mandera. 0 for 3 day going there. Second ground out to third. 1 down. Cody Johnson will stand in next. First pitch to Cody, a breaking ball from Hefner for strike 1. First time for the bottom half of the lineup here for the Indians to face off against Hefner, who came on in the 5th for Tyler Moffitt. Ground ball towards third. That's a foul ball just on the other side of the bag as it goes past. 0-2 count now for Cody. Johnson 1 for 2 today. Had a ground ball through the left side back in the 4th inning. Comes in. It's been a nice senior year for Cody, hitting .327, and he gets beamed. So losing the 0-2 count, Hefner puts a man on with the beanball. And for Willamette, that's their first hit batter. Roseburg has one from Jet Black. Man on at first, 1 away. Doran Gillespie will hit next for the Indians. Gillespie 1 for 2 today. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. First pitch. Takes first strike. Hefner looking for a ground ball to try and turn 2 with here. Doran stands in looking like he needs a new fresh set of trousers. Has a hole that has been worn in the left leg as he puts this one high in the air out towards right field. Calling for it, the right fielder, Joey Barr, will make the grab for out number 2. Back to first base goes Cody Johnson with now 2 down. He'll be looking to move on anything in play by Terrell Jacks, who stands in 0 for 2 today with a pair of groundouts. Hefner on the mound. First pitch, called for a strike at the top end of the zone. Hefner has now faced 8 of Roseburg's hitters. Terrell gets underneath one out towards left center. This one might have a chance on the run. Levasseur can't get it. The left fielder was sliding underneath him, and they both go to the ground. In with the double goes Terrell. He overran second, has to scramble back to the bag, but he gets in safely. Scoring from first, Cody Johnson, who was running on the ball in play, comes around to score as Terrell gets his double to get on base and bring one in for Terrell. While the average hasn't quite been there, that's his 10th RBI of the season, and it's his second double of the year. Scoring was Johnson. The Indians lead 6-1. And I think they are going to make sure everybody's okay out in the outfield here. Left fielder Jared Allen was looking to cover. Levasseur was also headed to the baseball, and they almost collide. The left fielder Allen going low, sliding, and they kind of trip each other up. Thought maybe a chance for more there for Terrell, but he pulls up at second as they got the ball back in quickly. But an extra base hit to drive in one, and Jet Black stands in now, and he takes the first pitch for strike 1. 6-1 our score as Roseburg's in front. Strike in again, and it's an 0-2 count now for Jet. Jet has plenty to work with here on the mound. He's trying to add to it, though, as he swings at an off-speed pitch. Will head down to first to try and get on the drop third strike. Will not. And that'll wrap things up here in the top of the 6th inning. Roseburg adds another one. On the double by Terrell Jacks, they lead 6-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th inning on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This is for the person stuck in the office. The 9-to-5er. The person who eats, sleeps, and drinks outdoors. During business hours, you play the part. And in the mountains, you're home. But on the water, you go with the flow. This is for the angler, the hiker, the hunter, the adventurer, and you. Shop one of over 80 locations.
Swimming season is finally here. But remember, respect the water. Don't swim and don't go in the water if it's under 60 degrees. Swimming in water under 60 degrees is life-threatening. It could cause hypothermia, which means your limbs paralyzed and you can't get out of the water. Each day, the water temperature of the Umpqua River will be posted on kpic.com and kval.com, and in the morning weather on KPIC. Respect the water. Know the temperature. Brought to you by the Respect the Water Safety Committee.
In the top half of the 6th inning, Roseburg brings in one more run on one hit as they now lead 6-1 on top of the Willamette Wolverines. Roseburg trying to pick up what would be their 11th conference win of the season and 15th win of the year. Leading things off will be Joey Barr. Sounded like they made a change out there defensively for, I thought maybe I heard an announcement of that. It looks like everybody's still in their usual positions for Roseburg, so not sure what any changes could be. First pitch to the hitter, Joey Barr, is down low for ball 1. Jet Black still on the mound. The right-handed sophomore still working. Fires in. It's a ground ball left side. Backhanded it short by Johnson. Cody's throw across the diamond in time for the out. Deep in the hole, the backhand had to make a quick throw, and he gets it across the diamond in time for the out at first. One away, and the defense helping out the pitcher in a major way there. One down, and up next will be Dane Woodcook, the catcher. 0 for 2 with a pair of pop-outs today. First pitch, a breaking ball in for strike one. Woodcook's flown out to left and flown out to right. 0-1 pitch. Taken on the inside corner at the bottom of the strike zone for an 0-2 count now. No balls, 2 strikes to the wind and fire from Jet, and he misses just outside. 7-hitter in the lineup. No, I was right originally. 6-hitter in the lineup here for Woodcook. Breaking ball is too far inside, gives him a 2-2 count. Roseburg looking for the season sweep against Willamette. Ball hit hard out towards the gap in left center. Chasing it down, Littlefield will get it as it bounces off the wall. In with a stand-up double is Woodcook, his first hit of the day. That one roped out towards the alley. Gets him in with one away into scoring position. That one well hit out there. Jared Allen will come out of the game. A pinch hitter comes in for him. Coming in to hit. Get you the name here. It's Austin Cavacci getting a chance to hit. He'll take the first pitch outside for ball one. So Cavacci stands in for Allen. We'll see how he stays in defensively. There is some action in the bullpen for the Wolverines as a ball hit to the right alley now. Going to get it is Gillespie. One run will score. 6-2 now your mark in favor of Roseburg still, but the Wolverines getting a little bit closer. A one-out single to right field for Cavacci, drives in one. Scoring was Woodcook from second. And Cavacci will stand on at first. Chandler Woods batting now, the second baseman. Ground ball towards short. Looks like a possible double play ball. Throw to first. They'll get it. Cody to Caden to John at first. The 6-4-3 double play will wrap things up here in the sixth. One run comes in, though, for the Wolverines. And they trail 6-2 as we head to the top of the seventh. Roseburg looking to make quick work of this one here tonight on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
Oh, yeah, that's the good stuff. You know what I like. That's right. Give me some of that.
Sir, you're creeping out everyone else in line.
Sorry. I mean, could I get onions on that?
With all the lean meats, fresh veggies, and tasty toppings to choose from at Pita Pit, eating healthy is something to get excited about. Just not too excited. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Out at Willamette High School, what is turning into a beautiful evening for baseball After setting up and getting things ready to go, a little worried if this one would get in here today. It was raining pretty good earlier, but the weather has turned out quite nicely. We've had another call to the pen brought to you by Shelby and Migulana Construction. It is Peyton Bracey that'll take over on the mound. Moving from shortstop to the bump. Bracey will stand in on the mound. Oh, excuse me there. Couldn't fight that one off. Easton Murphy will take over at shortstop for Bracey. Murphy, the junior, will come into the game there. We'll see about any other changes here. Still Woods at second. And it looks like Gwynn at third. And still Bro at first. Joey Barr in right field. Griffin Lavasser in center. And in left field, we'll see if the defensive change held after the pinch hit appearance. It is Austin Cavacci in left. So a few changes there. Some guys coming out of the lineup. And on the mound will be Peyton Bracey taking over for Andrew Hefner, who comes out of the game. Easton Murphy will take over his spot. At the plate, Garrett Russell will get to stand in and face the new pitcher first. First pitch from him is in for strike one. 6-2 our score as we start the final frame of this one. Roseburg looking to try and pick up the victory and again earn the season sweep against the Wolverines in their last year in the Southwest Conference. Swing and a miss for Russell. Gives him an 0-2 count. So Hefner came in the fifth. He pitched 2 innings. Gave up 1 hit, 1 run. As a pitch misses, it goes to a 1-2 count there for Russell. 1 run, 1 earned run. Hefner walked 1, hit 1, and struck out 1. A lot of ones on his line. Breaking ball, Bracey did not get on top of that one. It sails into the plate for a 2-2 count. So 2 innings worked, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter. The final line on Andrew Hefner. Full count now for Garrett Russell. The Shelby and Migulana Construction call to the pen has Peyton Bracey on the mound. He works out of the windup. Fastball hit towards short. Backhanded there by Murphy. Long throw. Just in time to get Garrett. It was a bang play there, but nice job by Easton Murphy at short to backhand and make the long throw across the diamond. For Garrett, with the ground out, he's now 0 for 3 in this ballgame with a walk and a run scored. Still looking for that first hit. 1 down, nobody on. Coming up to hit, Caden Johnson will stand in. First pitch to the second baseman is in for a called strike 1. Caden, just a sophomore. You've got Jet Black, the sophomore on the mound. Doran Gillespie, a sophomore that's been in right field. A lot of youth on this Roseburg team as Johnson gets underneath one. Out into right field grass, going back to second baseman. Chandler Woods will make the play. 2 down. Jonathan Stone will stand in next. He is 1 for 2 in this ball game. Has extended his hit streak to a team best 13 games. Walked his last time up. 2 down, nobody on. First pitch, low, fastball, misses. A 1-0 count. Russell had a 3-game hit streak going on before today's game. That might just come to an end. It looks like it probably will. Doran Gillespie had a 3-game hit streak as well, as Stone will take another pitch low for ball 2. Let's see here. Gillespie had the double early on, so he's got a 4-game hit streak now, continuing his success at the plate. 2-0 for Stone. That one just below the knees. Did not miss by much, but it does. A 3-0 count now for the big man. Providing the power this season. Had the home run earlier, second of the season for him. 3-0 pitch. He takes all the way, and it's called for strike one. 3 balls, 1 strike. Stone came into the season, or into today's game, slugging at a .593 clip. That's pretty stinking good. The 3-1 to him. Chops that one away, foul for strike 2. .593 slugging. .576 on base percentage for him, and a 1.168 OPS. If you wonder if you're a baseball stat number guy, those will mean something to you. 3-2 pitch here for Bracey. Stone standing in. Bracey taking his time. Will work out of the windup. Fires a fastball. It's fouled away again. And Stone will continue with the 3-2 count. Was hoping to try and get some scores, especially on that Grants Pass and South Eugene game for you, but I haven't had anything reported to me here today. North Medford, South Medford both squaring off. Might be able to find a score on that one before we wrap things up. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Stone, who doesn't go down with many strikeouts this season, in fact had only had 5 into the matchup, strikes out there. First strikeout of the game for Peyton Bracey in his 1 inning of work. He keeps the Indians off the board, gives his team a chance as they trail 6-2. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Roseburg looking to finish it out, and it's Jet Black on the mound to go for the complete game victory. Back after this on CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score.
This county is your home.
But no matter where life takes you, Cascade Community Credit Union will be there whenever you need us.
We'll be there with access to over 30,000 no-fee ATMs worldwide.
We'll be there with an auto loan for your next vehicle.
And when you're ready to make your dreams a reality, we'll be there with a home mortgage and one-on-one support every step of the way. Because commitment to our members is reflected in everything we do. Cascade Community Credit Union, there whenever you need us.
So I heard Kelly takes a different one home every night.
Yeah, I heard she took 2 home last night.
I even heard she likes the small ones.
No wonder she's in such good shape.
At Pita Pit, with so many healthy options full of lean grilled meats and fresh veggies, and even small pitas for smaller appetites, you can have our pitas any way you want. And we won't judge. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Jet Black on to finish off the complete game victory. He fires in his first pitch that's fouled away for strike 1 against the man in the 9th spot, John Gwynn. Took over for the pitcher, Tyler Moffitt, in the lineup, playing at third base, though. He didn't come in to pitch. Fouls away that first pitch. The 0-1 pitch coming up for him now. Puts this one in the air, breaking ball. Shallow right field grass coming in. It'll be Russell to make the catch. Had second baseman Caden Johnson there as well. He peeled off at the last minute. Doran Gillespie, the right fielder, also in the vicinity as he led up at the last minute. And covering some big-time ground, Garrett Russell, the center fielder, will make the catch on the pop fly. 1 away. First pitch now, top of the lineup here. It is Griffin Lavasser who will take strike 1. A 0-1 pitch, low for a 1-1 count. One delivery for Jet. Looking to finish this one off. The pitch is low, and it'll be a 2-1 count. Jet into his 7th inning of work. He's allowed 7 hits to Willamette, but only 2 runs. Ground ball, comebacker to the mound, fielded. Jet will underhand to first, and there's 2 away with nobody on. Jet Black is getting close to his 2nd win of the season. And it'll be his first win as a starter, first complete game. In fact, he has pitched more than double. Actually, he's nearing more than double his total innings pitched for the season. First pitch swinging here for Colby Bro is a line drive down the right field side for a foul ball, strike 1. Just hooking foul down that right field line. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball, called for a strike two, and we are one strike away from wrapping this one up. Looks like it was a quick one down in Roseburg today. The Roseburg softball team winning 12-1 over Willamette in 5 innings. 0-2 pitch from Jet, breaking ball behind the hitter. He misfired on that one. He'll have another chance. So quick one there for the Roseburg girls. That's a good win for them. 1-2 pitch at the plate is Colby Bro. The last chance for Willamette to keep this game going. He'll swing at a high fastball. It's in the air, foul territory. John Stone giving chase, and he'll make the catch for the final out. And that'll wrap things up here today, as the Roseburg Indians will pick up another win in Southwest Conference play. Now, depending if South Eugene for some reason drops their game at Grants Pass tonight, the Indians may just end up today as your number 2 team in the Southwest Conference. But nonetheless, they're just looking to improve that OSAA record. And if they can, they are on their way to a first-round playoff matchup at home. The Roseburg Indians making it into the playoffs already. They pick up a big win there. They will wrap up the Southwest Conference season on Saturday with a doubleheader against North Medford, but they wrap up Willamette's time in the Southwest Conference with a sweep. The Roseburg Indians take all 3 against the Wolverines this season, the final time that they will meet in Southwest Conference play. We'll go ahead and head to the postgame show. It's your Roseburg Disposal postgame show coming up next. A quick one for you here today. The Roseburg Indians defeat the Willamette Wolverines 6-2 in 7 innings. Back after this on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
So I heard Kelly takes a different one home every night.
Yeah, I heard she took 2 home last night.
I even heard she likes the small ones.
No wonder she's in such good shape.
At Pita Pit, with so many healthy options full of lean grilled meats and fresh veggies, and even small pitas for smaller appetites, you can have our pitas any way you want. And we won't judge. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
Our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
At Willamette High School, as we start to wrap up our day here on the road with the Roseburg Indians. This is the Roseburg Disposal postgame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. Let's go ahead and take a second here as today's game has gone final. Let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Roseburg Baseball on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score. Final score 6-2. The Roseburg Indians come out with a victory here today. Today's game brought to you by Pepsi and Bigfoot Beverages and by our friends at Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? The Roseburg Disposal postgame show, running through it for you here today. For the Roseburg Indians, 6 runs on 5 hits. They committed 2 errors in the ball game. For Willamette, 2 runs on 7 hits, no errors for the Wolverines. Picking up the win today will be Jet Black, his second win of the season. Jet goes all 7 innings for the Roseburg Indians. 7 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs allowed, 1 earned, no walks and 3 strikeouts. He did hit 1 batter as well, but Jet goes to 2-1 on the season, picking up the victory. The losing pitcher will be Tyler Moffitt. Moffitt started the game, pitched the first 4 innings. Started out really nicely, retired the first 6 batters in a row, but then gave up a leadoff double to Doran Gillespie in the third, and it was all downhill from there. 4 innings worked, 4 hits, gave up 5 runs, all 5 earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts for Moffitt. Andrew Hefner came on in relief and pitched 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk and 1 strikeout. He also hit a batter, and Peyton Bracey pitched the 7th inning, did not allow a hit, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Those pitching changes were brought to you today by Shelby and Migulena Construction, your local leader for any project big or small. 30 years of quality, affordable work. Call Shelby and Migulena or visit their website, webuildhouses.com. The Roseburg Indians would fall behind 1-0 in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Willamette got on the board, a leadoff error, put Joey Barr on base. A bunt on the infield by Jarrett Allen ended up having the pitcher, Jet Black, slipping on the infield grass trying to get to it. We had plenty of rain before the game, and I imagine that infield turf had to be a little bit damp. Jet slipped on it, couldn't make a play on the infield single for the bunt, so that put runners on base, a couple of them. Chandler Woods would drive in the go-ahead run with a line drive single just over the top of the second baseman, Caden Johnson. It got into the right field alley, and that would make it a 1-0 lead for Willamette at the time. But the Indians would strike back with 4 runs in the top of the 3rd inning. That was when Doran Gillespie led things off with a double. Gillespie got on into scoring position, but then a ground out and a strikeout made it 2 away as the Indians were trying to get into the game. Garrett Russell drew a walk, stole second, and then a single by Caden Johnson drove in both Doran and Garrett to make it a 2-1 lead in favor of Roseburg. Johnson was still on base out at second, and Jonathan Stone came up to hit next, and he golfs one over the left field fence for a 2-run homer. And suddenly the Indians were on top 4-1. They added another run in the 4th inning. Doran Gillespie got on base with a fielder's choice, got into scoring position with a steal, and would later score on a wild pitch in that frame, and that would make it a 5-1 score. Roseburg added a run in the 6th. Cody Johnson reached on a hit by pitch and came around to score on a double by Terrell Jacks. It was, at the time, 6-1 the score, but in the bottom of the 6th inning, Willamette would get a runner on base with a 1-out double by Dane Woodcook, and he came around to score on a single by Austin Cavacci. That made it 6-2 at the time, but that would be your final scores. The Roseburg Indians come away with the victory. For Roseburg, they improved to 11-5 in conference play, 15-6 overall this season. And taking a look at it, Roseburg now 1 win away from their season total from last year, including playoff victories for the Roseburg Indians. So it's been a much improved season this year versus last year. And not much improved, but it's been an improved season this year over last year as the Indians have been putting up more wins. They also have now surpassed last year's conference win total. Last year went 10-8. They're now 11-5 on the season. For Willamette, they've now fall to 3-17 overall, 2-14 in conference play. They had lost 10 of their last 11, now make it 11 of their last 12 have not gone in their favor. We'll take a break. When we come back here with more of the Roseburg Disposal post-game show, we will get you another Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update, check on some other scores we might be able to find for you, and we'll also name our Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning player of the game. Today's game has been brought to you by our friends at Chuck Swarm Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Back with more of the Roseburg Disposal postgame show after this 2-minute break on CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
This is for the person stuck in the office. The 9-to-5er. The person who eats, sleeps, and drinks outdoors. During business hours, you play the part. And in the mountains, you're home. But on the water, you go with the flow. This is for the angler, the hiker, the hunter, the adventurer, and you. Shop one of over 80 locations.
Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff. You know what I like. That's right. Give me some of that.
Sir, you're creeping out everyone else in line.
Sorry. I mean, could I get onions on that?
With all the lean meats, fresh veggies, and tasty toppings to choose from at Pita Pit, eating healthy is something to get excited about. Just not too excited. Pita Pit. Fresh thinking, healthy eating.
At Brook Communications, our job is to get results for your business, period. We can take your story and tell it to the people you want to reach in a way that compels first-time clients to become repeat customers. We get them through your door so you can do what you were meant to do. Proclaim your sales message to the largest audience of any media company in Douglas County. Brook Communications dominates through the power of 5 radio stations and 541radio.com. Results amplified. Locally owned. Brook Communications.
More of the Roseburg Disposal postgame show for you here as the Indians win 6-2 on top of the Willamette Wolverines. Roseburg will have a pair of games at North Medford coming up on Saturday to finish out the conference season. May still have a game against Westview coming up, but we will let you know if there's been any changes to that. It's on the schedule at the moment for next Wednesday, a week from tomorrow. But that game could get bumped just because it won't have a lot of meaning to it. As the Roseburg Indians season will have already, all the meaningful games will have come to an end, and then it'll just be based on getting a little bit of action in before the playoffs begin for both teams. But for your Roseburg Indians today, let's look at some of the offensive numbers out there this afternoon. Garrett Russell at the top of the lineup drew a walk and got on base, stole a base, and scored a run. But other than that, 0 for 3 for him today. Caden Johnson goes 1 for 4 with a 2 RBI single. He also scored a run that inning. Jonathan Stone goes 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer and a walk in there. Brody Black goes 0 for 2 today with a walk. Zach Mandera 0 for 3. Cody Johnson goes 1 for 2 with a single and a hit by pitch. He did score a run. Doran Gillespie scored 2 runs today, had a double in the third, and reached on a fielder's choice. He also finished out the day 1 for 3. Terrell Jacks goes 1 for 3 with an RBI double in the 6th inning. And at the bottom of the lineup, Jet Black goes 0 for 3, but he had a great day on the mound, so not too concerned about an 0 for 3 day for him at the plate. That is your offensive numbers for the Roseburg Indians. For the Willamette Wolverines, 7 hits in the game for them. Griffin Lavasser had 2, a single and a double for him, but he got thrown out trying to stretch the double into a triple. Goes 2 for 4 today. Colby Bro goes 1 for 3. Let's see here. 1 for 3 for Dane Woodcook. Had a double and scored a run. Jared Allen goes 1 for 2. Austin Cavacci goes 1 for 1. Chandler Woods goes 1 for 3 in the game. And that is your base hits for the Willamette Wolverines this afternoon. It's time now here in the Roseburg Disposal postgame show to name our player of the game, brought to you by Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning, your best choice for the finest indoor comfort control. Call them today at 672-6707. Today's player of the game is going to be Roseburg sophomore Jet Black, who picks up his 2nd win of the season and his first as a starter. Throws 7 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned run, no walks, a big number there for the sophomore, and he did strike out 3. He also hit a batter in there as well. Jet Black, your Mahalo Heating and Air Conditioning Player of the Game. So Roseburg could still get that number 2 spot in the Southwest Conference standings. They today, if they were to get it today, it looks like they would need South Eugene to lose against Grants Pass, and that would guarantee them a second-place finish no matter what happened on Saturday's doubleheader against North Medford. If the Indians get at least 1 out of 2 against North Medford on Saturday, they will be the number 2 team out of the Southwest Conference. Now, the way the playoffs work, top 4 teams in the conference are guaranteed a playoff spot. Roseburg's already guaranteed that they'd be one of the top 4 teams, so they have gotten at least that much secured. And once you've secured your automatic berth, it goes down to your OSAA ranking, which is the big number there for you. So not necessarily where you finish in the conference standings, but where you're ranked by the OSAA. And for Roseburg, currently at number 11, top 16 teams would get a home playoff game in the first round. So Roseburg in a good spot right now to try and get a first-round home playoff game. It'd be the first time since 2014 that since 2013, since Roseburg has hosted a playoff game. They hosted a play-in game back in 2014, but that is not officially a state playoff game. So for Roseburg, they're closing in on that home playoff matchup. That would be great to see them be able to get that coming up in a couple of weeks. The regular season will wrap up on Saturday at North Medford High School. The Indians will look to try and pull off a sweep against North Medford. The Indians won 1 already against the Black Tornado. They'll play 2 Saturday starting at noon. Taking a look at the Southwest Conference, Roseburg has swept Sheldon, swept Grants Pass, and now has swept Willamette in there as well. If they could pull off the sweep against North Medford, that'd be the bottom 4 teams in the conference that Roseburg would have sweeps against this season. Not too shabby there for the Roseburg Indians. Going on today as we look around the Southwest Conference, brought to you by Garrettson Building Supply. North Medford is at South Medford today. That single game got started earlier. Do not have a score to report there. Neither do I have a score about Grants Pass at South Eugene, also going on this afternoon as well. One score to report, though, for you. It's Roseburg softball at home today against Willamette. The Roseburg girls pick up a 12-1 win in 5 innings against the Wolverines. Well, folks, that's about it for us here from Willamette High School as the Roseburg Indians win 6-2. That'll wrap up the Roseburg Disposal postgame show. I want to say thanks to the Willamette Wolverines for always being gracious hosts and having us here today. It is, while they may not have the amenities, they do always provide me a spot to broadcast from, and always are very willing to help get anything that I may need to get set up, and we always appreciate that when teams welcome us in with open arms. I want to say thanks to Athletic Director Russ Bolin, Head Coach Troy Thompson, and the entire Roseburg baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Roseburg Indians baseball here on 1490 The Score and online at 541radio.com. Thanks to Brenton Cranford back in the studio for his radio production, spot on as always, and thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast, because, of course, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran, folks. We hope that you will join us on Saturday when the Roseburg Indians take on the North Medford Black Tornado. Final doubleheader of the season for Roseburg as the Indians make the trip down to Medford and look to try and take 2 against the Black Tornado. We'll have that for you with our first pitch coming up of Game 1 at noon and our pregame coverage starting at 11:45. You can catch the action by tuning in and watching the game online at 541radio.com, or you can always tune in and hear Roseburg Indian sports right here on Douglas County's home for sports, CBS Sports Radio, 1490 The Score. All right, thanks, Brenton.